Well, this is new. Um, so this live chat is mainly for um, just an opportunity for you guys to ask questions. It's mainly for the people that I work with. So the clients that I work with, sometimes some of them work with me on the gym floor, some of them work with me online, some do a hybrid where a mixture of both, and it's not always that easy to have that conversation, especially if they're working on the gym floor and it might not be something that they feel confident to ask. Or maybe just something that they don't think of at the time and they walk away and think, oh, I should have asked that question. And sometimes they don't get around to kind of asking that through a direct message or like a group chat message. In other cases, it might be a question that they weren't even sure about asking, or didn't even know they wanted to know the answer to that question until someone else asked it. So that's why I wanted to do something like this. Just to give you opportunity to know that you're not going through this kind of stuff on your own. Everyone thinks it's a silly question until more than a few people start asking the same question. And then you realize, well, maybe it's not a silly question after all. So the kind of things that I'm going to go over on these are training related questions, such as what's the best training program for X goal, whatever that goal may be, whether it's performance, whether it's weight loss, whether it's aesthetics, whether it's for improving health markers, whether it's for an endurance event or sport performance, whatever that may be. We can break that down into what considerations to make, what's the need analysis. So say if we're training for Hyrox seems to be really popular at the moment. So if it was training for a Hyrox event, what's the need analysis for that sport? So what energy systems do we need to be training? Where does our strength need to be focused? So yeah, it comes to nutrition. It's, whatever that goal may be, not just looking at a goal saying, okay, I want to lose X amount of weight. It's more to do with breaking those into smaller goals, how to make smarter targets. So I think we've all heard of smart targets. They've been around for long enough. So rather than just looking at the end goal thinking, I'm not there yet. So every day you step on the scale. So I'm not the way I want to be yet. I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. And that's probably the most demotivating way to go about it. Instead of that, it would be a case of, okay, so what do I need to lose X amount of weight? Okay, I need to be in a calorie deficit. Calorie deficit seems to be turning into one of those terms that kind of, is it word disassociation, where you hear it that many times, it kind of loses all meaning. But basically, it's eating less than what your body's bringing in less energy than what your body's burning. So it creates a deficit, which means that you'll lose weight. Okay, so if we want to lose weight, what do we need to do? Get into a calorie deficit. How do we get into a calorie deficit? Okay, we need to have a look at what we're actually eating through the day. So once we've done that, okay, we've done a bit of a food journal. All right, what proportions am I having there? How many calories am I eating, roughly? If that's going over what we need to be, okay, how can we make that easier? How can we start taking food away without you feeling like we're starving? And then we start looking at quality of foods, or what kind of foods that we're eating. Are we eating lots of quickly digested foods that don't really fill us up? Are we eating lots of snacks? Are we sitting down for meal times? Are we sleeping? So it's not just a case of picking a goal and saying this is the goal I want to do, and I'm devastated every single day when I wake up and I've not achieved that goal yet. It's breaking it down into like smaller achievable things. So questions on that, questions on nutrition, questions on lifestyle, so habits, how to fit in training around a busy lifestyle, whether you're employed, self-employed, whether you're a parent, whether you're a carer, whether you've got other responsibilities which don't fall into those categories. That might be something else. Fitting things into a busy schedule is pretty tough. So again, that's what we're going to be going around, answering questions on that. And basically just other things. Perimenopause and menopause is a hot topic, and so it should be. at the moment, and I hope it continues because it's great that more people are speaking about that. I've certainly learned a lot this year, working with my clients who are flipping amazing. I'm just, I'm, I don't, I tell them a lot, but I still don't think that I tell them enough how grateful I am that they're opening conversation with me about it, because it helps me learn, it helps me be a better coach, it helps me help them better, a little bit better. So yeah, questions on that. Anything that I'm not an expert in, again, I am not. I've said this on social media posts. I'm not a menopause, perimenopause expert by any stretch of the imagination, but I'm lucky to know people who are, so we can always bring those into conversations as well. Anything that I don't find myself an expert in, anyone that I know that I can just bring into the conversation to make it a little bit richer, add different insight into it, add their experiences. I think I'm a big believer that I don't think I'm a big believer. I am a big believer in getting sources of information from credible sources and not just getting it all from one person. If you've worked with me in the past, I openly encourage people to train with different coaches, train with different training buddies, and learn as much as you can, because that's how you become better at what you're doing. You understand yourself better as well. So basically, this live stream is, its objective is to help you understand yourself a little bit better in terms of training, recovery, nutrition, lifestyle, why we make certain choices, why we find things really tough when it comes to change. So yeah, that's kind of where I want to go with this. So this is just an introduction. It's just me getting used to speaking live without anyone here, because this is it's quite weird. I'm sat in my front room. You can probably see I need some lighting for a starter. It's 3:30 in the afternoon, so it's not that dark really. I think I need some lighting. Right. Thanks for listening to me go on a little bit about what this stream's going to be about. I hope you join us for as many as possible. Hope you ask questions, but if you have any questions whatsoever, just fire them across. You can ask questions while I'm actually doing the live chat as well. You don't have to wait till before that. You don't have to wait till afterwards. If you can't make it live, it's absolutely fine. We can record this and send it on a link later on Facebook or Instagram. No, probably not Instagram. Facebook's probably better. I'll try not to yawn as much. And we'll probably stick it on LinkedIn as well. All right. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, don't bother telling me. Just don't. I'll just pretend that you liked it. If you liked it, or if it's something that you want to know more about, just stick it in the comments. I'd love to know more. Or I'll get more people in so you can share their info as well. Okay. Enjoy the rest of your day. Keep warm. It's freezing. Why still here? Go. Go.